Welcome to another episode, and I'm here with a dartboard because Rhonda asked me to bring one. Why is it?
Yes, I thought that it would be very apt to show everyone how to align goals and actually reach your target and get right into the middle of things.
Okay, so there are three main enemies about aligning your people to the goals of the company. This is what we cover today in the SuccessFactors show. So aligning people's performance to the goals of the company or the objectives. So it's a straightforward concept. What's the challenge there?
Well, as a CEO, I was wondering if we can ask you some questions and find out what makes goal alignment so difficult.
Well, unless you are a non-profit organization, your goals are typically make money, make profit, make your people happy so they stay, you retain people, these kind of things. So what is the challenge there?
Well, I reckon one of the first things that you'll find a challenge with is that people don't necessarily know how to align to the goals or to make corporate goals sense for their day-to-day business or their day-to-day activities.
Okay, so you mean is, for example, if I, as a business, I repair bicycles, for example.
Is it a stockbroker? Is it a quantity surveyor? Is it a church warden? No! It's bicycle repairman! Why? Bicycle repairman!
I have all my people performing very well, but at baking cakes. So they're doing a great job, but it's not very useful for my business.
If there are little bicycles on the cakes, then maybe.
But not really.
That's
okay.
correct.
Do we have some stats on this?
Yes, we do. Have a look at your screen right now. So what we're looking at here is that for up to 40% of companies find that their alignment of their workforce is basically moderate. That means, do you know what you're paying your people for? Do you know what they're doing?
So moderate, so nobody excels. So from these stats from Oxford, 40 or 37% is moderate and the rest is worse, meaning their people are not aligned to the company goals. Okay, so if we can mention three main enemies or the three main reasons why this happens, what would be the top three?
Well, I reckon the first issue is the actual alignment to the goals. I think firstly, it's not easy to create goals that aligns to a company business because there is always this corporate line between making a goal too complex for a day-to-day job to be able to add an activity to it or to measure it.
So getting some help and having guidance in how to get these goals not only clearly defined, but having some suggestion on how you put them down and they become then easy to communicate to the company.
That's correct.
Okay, how do we do that with SuccessFactors? Let's have a look.
So in this demo, I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to create goals, but also to make sure that you train your managers on how to create proper goals. So I've logged on as a manager and I'm going to access the goals themselves. One of the powerful features of SuccessFactors is that it comes with a goal library of 500 plus goals already. So what we're going to do here is access the new goal wizard. And some of you might recognize this goal wizard and access the goal library from here as well. So click add new and the goal wizard. This opens up the smart goal wizard. For those of you who don't know what smart means, it means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So it takes you through a little process in order to make sure that your manager actually adheres to all of these requirements to create good goals. So the first thing I'm going to do is select the category and we'll make this one customer focus. And I want to start typing, and as you can see, the goals are appearing from the goal library as I'm typing. This can be incorporated to include your own goals, so use it, don't use it, but they're available for you to use as you need. And the goal is customized. Next step is measurable. So how will this goal be measured? And I can put in very specific criteria in here before clicking next. The next one measures if the goal is attainable. So usually this would mean, can you get the goal? Can you accomplish the goal? Or, usually when you say yes, then you can proceed with the goal wizard. Otherwise, what is the point of creating the goal? Strangely enough, this is one where people usually don't ask that question. The next one is relevant, and this is where you can decide if the goal is relevant, does it align to any of the existing goals, for example, other manager or group goals that already exist in the company. So I'm going to select one of these and click next. The next one allows you to set the time-bound factors, so how long is it going to take for you to achieve this goal, and next to proceed. So once you've confirmed the date for your goal, what you'd like to do is maybe check out to add more details, because from here is where you can specify where the evidence is loaded. Usually this is quite important. These screens are fully customizable, so depending on what you need to put in here is what is going to appear inside your Smart Goal Wizard. I can save and close, and the goal is added. And that was a very quick and easy way to make use of the goal library, link it to the SMART goals, and make sure that a manager is able to set up a goal that actually makes sense, is measurable and attainable.
That was really easy. So once we define the company goals or objectives, how do we drill down or cascade to departmental level and to the individual level?
And you've just nailed enemy number 2 on the head, because that's exactly what the issue is. The cascading of goals to the rest of the employees.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
All right. So how do we help companies to drill down with SuccessFactors?
Let me show you how easy this is in demo number 2.
Okay, let's have a look.
So in this demo, I'm going to show you how to cascade a goal. Now, there are various ways of doing this, because you can, if you have bulk goals or a lot of goals to cascade, use a file import, for example, Excel or CSV. In this instance, I'm still the same manager as with the previous demo, so I'm going to choose one goal and I'm going to send that through to some of my employees. So select the goal and click Cascade. What's great about this little pop-up screen is that it shows you if the goal has been cascaded to anyone yet. You can see in this instance, no one has this goal in my team. So what I can do is go and select the people that I want to cascade to and click Next. Here I can actually go and personalize the goal to that team member. So Brenda doesn't have to do exactly the same as me in order to achieve this goal. So I'm going to just make a very small change on her side. And just make sure that everything can be set as they are. The execution targets, link data, etc. for the evidence is still in place. And I'm going to select Cascade. Step 2 of 2, how easy is that?
All right, so we got the company goals, we cascade them down. Now, the most important thing for me as a CEO, for example, is to be able to track that we have really our people working on repairing bicycles and not making cakes.
And that is enemy number 3.
There we go.
Because now we're starting to look at the execution and the tracking of those goals.
So there's any automation that SuccessFactors provide in order to make this easy?
Yes. There's one screen that makes all of this worth absolutely everything. Precious. And it's just very important to note also that, it's still a human process. SuccessFactors enables you to do it better. It doesn't take over the process. It helps you to assess your people more frequently, to make more sense of the meaningful tasks that they need to go through. But also remember that you need to have those follow-up meetings. You still need to be the human in this entire situation.
Okay, so SuccessFactors doesn't help only to track what happens, but also set in place a number of reminders and milestones that you need to follow. So you're guided also in the frequency that you need to have your checkups, basically.
That's correct. Fully customizable as per your needs.
Okay, let's see an example.
So now for the part of the show where we show you how it all comes together and look really sexy with these new analytics and this execution map. So I'm still logged on as Carla Grant, and I'm going to just access the execution map. So what SuccessFactors has done is they've taken all the goals for a manager in a traffic light view and made it look like an org chart that you can drill into and see how people are performing in your team or organization. Fantastic. So I can clearly see when I scroll down here where there is a goal that someone is not achieving. You can see that I can drill down into the goal. Probability of success is very low. Now Carla Grant can see that the issue here is in Sid's team. Interesting that. Something I just want to point out is that the goal names differ. So the way in which goals are aligned for Sid and Vilma, they're completely different. So this is what we talk about personalization. I can drill down more and more and more, but as the manager of this area, I would like to find out from Sid what the issues are. So I'm going to ask the goal owner for a status update straight from the system. And Sid would need to send me some feedback. Absolutely fantastic. How's that for integration? Something that's great as well is that it gives you the ability to add this goal to a meeting agenda watch list, and you can see from the top here that I have the meeting agenda. So something that I use this for is to search for people who have goals that have been succeeded before the targets have been met, or high probability of success just because the team is performing so well, and I take them for lunch. So you don't have to just use this for bad things when people are not performing. So I hope that wasn't too quick, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask them under here by the posts. And as always, at the end of the show, it's time for the naked truth.
And the question for the naked truth of today is, whose job it is to write the company goals? The naked truth.
The naked truth.
So popular belief is that HR creates or at least distributes the company goals, which partially is true, but in terms of the generation and the identification of the company goals, it's really the head of the company. So the CEO with the board or the steering committee or the executive team, whoever is on the top, that defines the first ones. And then HR, of course, helps to
That's correct.
Cascade down all the rest and then to track it down back,
That's
division
correct.
by division.
Remember, we're dealing with a new concept now called business execution, enabling people to do the job that they're supposed to do.
Spartans! What is your profession?
So the old way of doing goals is like, these are our ethics and goals. Now the motto is, show me the money.
Show me the money!
All right. So for today, again, thank you very much for following us. Remember to subscribe on YouTube and our LinkedIn channel and on Facebook and the other medium. Thank you very much, Ronna, for being with me again.
Thank you very much.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.